This is John for Eventing Nation, and I'm here with Robin from World Equestrian Brands. And one of the things I love about World Equestrian Brands is that they just have a ton of fantastic brands. And so we're going to run through and just kind of real quick look at a number of their brands. And let's start with Amerigo.
All right, we'll start with. Thanks for doing this, by the way.
Sure, my pleasure.
We'll start with the strap goods for Amerigo.
Okay.
One of the major principles behind Amerigo is that we can get out of the horse's way. We want to make sure that everything is as comfortable for the horse as possible. We don't
Right.
have any edges, seams, sharp things anywhere on their body.
Okay, sure.
Since the conception of Amerigo, we've then gotten into more technical products. So everything kind of has a function.
Okay.
This is the Amerigo combination breastplate.
Okay.
A lot of eventers and show jumpers use this
Sure.
because this design, you can see it's got really great padding
Okay.
on the yoke, so it doesn't, stress the horse there.
Right.
Padding over the withers.
Okay.
But the function of this, you can see that there's a strap that would come across to the girth.
Right.
And then another one that would come up to the D-ring.
Okay.
And what this does is it's actually designed to influence the horse. There's a muscle called the brachiocephalus that runs up here.
Okay.
And for horses that tend to want to maybe get a little heavy,
Okay.
feel like they're kind of leading with their chest
Yeah.
instead of getting the withers up,
Yeah.
you can use it if you kind of tighten it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't recommend doing it all the time,
Right.
but you can give it a little tighter fit,
Okay.
and it helps the horse just kind of come back and
Okay.
lift up and get the hinds under. So,
Okay.
and then just the neat features like with this bib, it's got stretchy material in there.
Right. Okay.
Helps so that we don't block the shoulder,
Okay.
stuff like that.
Cool.
So just trying to always think of,
Sure.
an edge that might make it more comfortable for the horse, but also perform a technical
Right. Absolutely.
function.
Okay.
So-
And next is the Vespucci, the figure 8 bridle. I actually ride in this bridle. I love it. Just tell us just a little bit about kind of some of the strong points.
Okay. With Vespucci, again, Peter Manette designs these also, so obviously the comfort of the horse is first at hand.
Sure.
Vespucci was the first to come out with a single crown piece.
Right.
So
Right.
there's no pulling down anywhere on the pole
Sure.
for the horse.
Okay.
One thing that I love about the figure 8 is that where the rings are, we've got a leather
The
fob
padding,
under it.
right.
Yeah, so that we don't have anything digging into a horse's face.
Okay.
And then we do a leather piece here rather than sheepskin just because it's going to maintain its the softness, the cushion.
Okay. A little bit easier to clean as well, right?
Easier to clean,
Yeah.
and it doesn't break down.
Okay.
And then we just do things like a little bit of padding under the jaw to
Sure.
anywhere that we think there might be kind of an edge on the horse. We
Definitely.
try to pad it.
Okay.
So,
Cool. And then next, the Tri-Zone boots.
Yeah, Tri-Zone boots.
Okay.
Equilibrium is the manufacturer of the Tri-Zone. The All Sports are a boot that they've developed. In the UK, what happened was Goodyear actually monitored a bunch of cross-country fixtures.
Okay.
They could measure. Really good.
That's all right.
Monitored some cross-country fixtures so they could actually measure the impact that a horse hits a cross-country jump.
Okay.
So what we've done with the Tri-Zone range is actually improved.
Okay.
From what we used to have a very, very solid, strong boot, but they realized they're kind of booting for a train wreck, like a train could hit the horse
Right,
rather
right.
than the horse just hitting a cross-country jump.
Sure.
So they're able to make a material that can withstand that impact,
Okay.
but also, super lightweight.
Yeah.
You can feel it's
Yeah,
like
yeah, totally.
an ounce. Really flexible. We've got a PVC strip down the back so the horse can't cut through.
Okay.
But it's still flexible and soft. It would never shatter
Okay.
if the horse were to hit it.
Okay.
And then, of course, they're all about maintaining, helping keep the heat down
Right.
under the boot or wrap or whatever.
Right.
So this has really great airflow. I don't know if you can see it on your screen, but there's
Sure.
a really thin little mesh in there
Okay.
so that the heat and the water can get right out of here, but stuff doesn't come in.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, cool.
So super lightweight, really strong and protective,
Yep.
but doesn't put any stress on the horse.
Okay. Cool.
So, anyway,
All right.
and of course they do have the therapy products.
Right.
This massage pad is great.
Okay.
A bunch of the riders we work with use this. It runs for a half hour, really lightweight, easy to carry around. There's a battery, it's rechargeable.
Okay.
Really simple, it charges like a cell phone, and it runs for 6 to 8 half-hour treatments.
Okay.
Cuts itself off after a half an hour. And there's 3 settings, so you can use it as before, while you're tacking up your horse, you can
Right.
use it to kind of get the back warmed up a little bit. People have commented that it certainly does cut down on the warm-up time.
Okay.
So, if you don't have a lot of time, you can throw it on, groom the back, throw it on, and then while you're getting everything else done and getting your boots on, you can go ahead and have the horse getting its massage.
Right.
3 settings, clinical testing, proving increase in flexibility in the back and also stride length.
Okay.
So,
Super.
really, and of course, we recommend it for use for maintenance, rather than waiting till you've got a critical issue.
Okay.
Keep a healthy back.
Sure, that makes sense. Okay. And also, let's have a look at the Mattis pads, which are a great product. Just tell us a little bit about the principles behind the Mattis pads.
Okay, the Mattis pads were designed to help enhance saddle fit. So what we want to do is pay attention to the top line. So as you can see, these have a shape,
Right.
like a horse's top line. Always spine free. We don't want to have any contact with the spine area. Beveled away. And the hides on the Mattis are always particularly dense, so
Okay.
they don't bottom out. And also, they're always one solid piece of hide. You'll never find any seams
Okay.
within the panel itself. One of the really great uses of the Mattis pad is for the landings, especially cross country or the larger the jumps get. Because
Sure.
if you think about the dynamic of what's happening under the saddle, the scapula has to swing under the panels. And if we can fit it with a Mattis under there, you can kind of see if you had a shoulder, it would just swing under here and come back out and get no resistance from the saddle whatsoever. So I'm just trying to take a good thing and make it better with a Mattis. I know there's a lot of people that say, oh, if my saddle fits, I shouldn't need a pad. But this is, for top sport, trying to just enhance performance, really. So we're not trying to fix make a Band-Aid for something. We're trying to enhance the fit for the horse.
Okay.
And then we, of course, have a correction system with a Mattis. This happens to be when it has the pockets.
Sure. Okay.
It comes with a bag of shims. And what's so great for the eventers is everybody's changing form so much.
Right.
Start off a little heavy, then they get thinner. So the shims allow you to incrementally adjust the pad.
Okay.
So that you can put them in, take them out as needed.
Okay.
You're not stuck with kind of one solid piece that may be too much or too little.
Cool. Okay. And I've been in a position before where I had a saddle that just didn't quite fit right, and I couldn't afford to get a new saddle just right then. So just helped kind of balance things out a little bit. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. All right. Speaking of saddles, let's move on behind me here and just talk about the saddle lines a little bit.
All right, we do Amerigo and the Amerigo Vega saddle.
Okay.
Again, trying to talk about function for performance. One thing that is notable about Amerigo is that if you can even kind of see in these saddles,
Sure.
We'll just take a look at 2 dressage saddles, but you can see that there's a distinct shape here.
Yeah.
Compared to this saddle,
Okay.
which has a lot less bend,
Right.
kind of rising.
Okay.
Great for horses. A lot of thoroughbreds have what we call a rising top line. They rise towards the sacrum, kind of strong backs.
Sure.
A lot of times, if you feel like your saddle's getting shoved forward or you're feeling tipped in something like this would take the pressure off the horse's back.
Okay.
The whole goal of what we want to do is put the rider in the deep spot of the horse's back at the base of the withers. So we have trees that are shorter over the wither, longer over the wither. Always trying to keep in mind we want to clear the withers, have no pressure anywhere near the base of the withers, because what we're looking for is, of course, the back to come up, the hind legs to come under, so that you can get the stretch and the horse can half up, the horse can jump, you can add a stride if you need to. So that's what we're always thinking about, is just get out of the horse's way. And we're not ever going to say that the saddle's going to make the horse better, but we don't want to make it worse.
Cool. Sure. Well, Robin, one common theme that I hear through all this is kind of thinking about the horse and the comfort of the horse and the performance of the horse, and I think that's why you guys make such great products and have such great brands. So thank you very much for your time, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks so much, John.
Thanks.